Hi everyone, welcome to yet another episode of ARA, Anxiety Recovery with Albright. If you're new here, my name is Madeline Albright and I use my own recovery from severe sensitization, severe anxiety and chronic depression to help others who are still struggling. So if you're new here, make sure to hit that subscription button. Or you have been watching me for a long time but you have not yet subscribed to this channel. What are you waiting for? Subscription is free. No one will ask you for anything. It's just that when I post a new video, you'll be able to get notified. That's the only thing with subscription. So if you're watching me and you have been watching me a couple of times and you have not subscribed to this channel, what is the color of your problem? Can you hit that subscription button? Otherwise, let's get it started. How many of you have the fear of going out? You are uncomfortable when you are out of your safe zone. Your safe zone is your house. You can't be in a public place. You can't be a place that is open air. You can't be in a crowded place. You can't travel far away from home. Literally, you can't leave your house. I was housebound for 6 months. If that is you, if you're struggling with agoraphobia is the fear of going out. You fear going out of your safe zone. Your safe zone is your house. If that is you, I want you to comment down below using this emoji of raising your hand. Can you comment using this emoji? Because agoraphobia is a common struggle for many anxiety sufferers. And agoraphobia, when you're struggling with agoraphobia, when you're struggling with agoraphobia, it doesn't necessarily mean that you fear going to these places, because people do go to these places. You used to go to these places pre-anxiety. People struggling with agoraphobia do not fear going to these places. They fear having a panic attack when they are at these places, having an anxiety attack when they are at these places, having the physical symptoms, having the crazy thoughts when they are at these places. So in this video, I want to explain how agoraphobia manifests and how you can be able to overcome agoraphobia. So if that's something that you're struggling with, kindly keep it locked up to the end of this video. When I was in the anxiety cycle, I was housebound for 6 months. Housebound is now the chronic state of agoraphobia. It's the chronic stage of agoraphobia where you can't leave your house. My neighbors thought that I had traveled. I couldn't do shit. Most of my neighbors thought that I had traveled. I couldn't go to the market. I couldn't go outside. What I basically used to do is just go to the washrooms, of which that was also a struggle because I struggled with depression. So even washing my whole body was a struggle. When someone first has a panic attack or they have an anxiety attack, when you have a panic attack, you tend to run away from where you are to your house because you believe that this is the place that you're in is the cause of your panic attack. So in your mind, in the subconscious part of the brain has recorded that these places are a threat. So the next time you go to these places, you might find that you're having intense anxiety. Maybe it was a thought for you. Maybe it was, the physical symptoms, the dizziness, you fainted, you became unconscious when you are outside. So you ran away and you recorded in your mind that these places are a danger zone, and your mind takes it as so. As you all know, the brain does not know to differentiate between a real threat and a false threat. You are the one who teaches it. So the moment you ran away, the moment you avoid this place, you are reaffirming the brain that really these places are a threat. So the next time you go to these places, you have intense anxiety, you have intense panic attack. A mistake that most anxiety sufferers who struggle with agoraphobia do is that they think that when they are in their house, when they are in their safe zone, they are keeping themselves safe from anxiety and its symptoms. And they don't know that that is the moment you're sinking deep into the anxiety cycle. Because let's say you are avoiding, you are avoiding people. The next time you are avoiding, big crowds. The next day you are avoiding flying. The next time you are avoiding driving. The next time you are avoiding going to the market. So your life will become smaller. You think you're keeping yourself safe, but you're getting deeper into the anxiety cycle. And I think that's why I was housebound for 6 months. Guys, 6 months, I was not getting out of the house. I was not doing shit. I used to order things. Like I couldn't find the courage to get out of my doorstep. That's how chronic agoraphobia can be. Your life becomes smaller and smaller and smaller every day. You think you're protecting yourself from anxiety and its symptoms while you are getting yourself into the dangerous zone, because now I was housebound. I was not going out whatsoever. The only way to overcome agoraphobia is by going out. You can't white knuckle through. It's just the same like the fear of driving. You have to get into that car and drive. It's just the same fear as fear of flying. You have to get into that plane and, be in there. You can't white knuckle around the fear of going out. Remember, we are in the process of retraining our brains. We are in the process of rewiring our brains. And the brain does not learn through affirmations that, I want to try to go out and I hope you don't misbehave. The brain does not learn through facts. The brain does not learn through logics. The brain learns through your behaviors, through what it sees. So when you are a person, if you go out in a restaurant, you want to sit at the exit. When you go into the supermarket, you want to shop quickly so that you can go back home. That one is not facing your fears. That one is not sitting with the discomfort. That one, you are still performing avoidance behaviors, because agoraphobia is avoidance. Avoidance taken as safety. You avoid places, you avoid living. Your quality of life goes down, your general wellness goes down, because you are afraid that when I go to this place, when I start living my life, I might experience a panic attack, I might have the crazy thoughts, I might faint, I might be dizzy, the physical symptoms. While in reality, you're the one keeping yourself stuck with agoraphobia. The only way to retrain the brain is through your behaviors, through learned behaviors. Agoraphobia can be so intense, because I remember with my experience, my agoraphobia was so intense that when I had to go out, for example, things like, going to my classes, or, going to the hospital, I had to use a safe person. I had to use my partner at that time. I just would call him, I can't go out. And he was like, what is wrong with this guy? Like, what do you mean you can't go out? He didn't know agoraphobia is real. He didn't know that I was struggling with agoraphobia, that anytime I stepped out, I could have these crazy heart palpitations. I could feel dizzy. I could experience brain fog. Even when you talked to me, I could forget words that I am supposed to say. Also being out was just so overwhelming to me, because with anxiety, most of the time you operate your life wearing a mask. You can be there, someone is talking, you are not even listening to them, you are just focused on yourself, you're thinking about the anxiety subject, you're focused on your own situation. So it was overwhelming, having to live in pretense, having to wear a mask. Yes, I'm here with my body, but mentally and emotionally I'm not here. So it can be overwhelming to live with anxiety. So also that one, you can find yourself avoiding people, avoiding life in general, and you end up being agoraphobic. For people who experience intense agoraphobia, you can start with going out with a safe person, whether it's your man, whether it's, anybody you feel like you are safe in the hands of this person. When you can't face, there are people who can't face that you have been agoraphobic, you have been, homebound for so long that now facing the world feels like it's something new to you. It's something that you are trying to learn. So if you are in that chronic state of being housebound, you can start going out with a safe person. It's good, and sit with the discomfort. Don't try to, when you experience a panic attack, you run away. When you are shopping, you shop quickly so that you can go back to the house. That's not rewiring your brain. That's not retraining your brain, anything. That's refueling the cycle, because you're confirming to your brain that really this is a threat, and therefore the next time you'll try going out, you'll have intense anxiety. Go out, sit with the discomfort. You'll feel like running away, but stay there. Stay there. You're in the process of retraining your brain. Show your brain that this place is safe by you staying there. Allow the thoughts to come, the thoughts of, okay, maybe I should run away. Okay, what if I have a panic attack here? The crazy thoughts that you have, the emotions, allow them to be there while you are at that place. Basically, sit in the fire, because those feelings are not fun. Those thoughts are not fun. The way you feel is not fun, but sit there, because long term, you are trying to teach your brain something. So if you're struggling with agoraphobia, the only way out is to start going out. You can't white knuckle that, you're trying to use affirmations. You start by going out, even if it's at the market, because markets also used to give me so much. Going, in town, being in the market, the bright lights used to give me so much intense anxiety. So you can start by going around your house. You can start by going to the market, your nearby market. Then as time goes by is when you'll start going to town. When you recover from agoraphobia, you can even start, when you start recovering, you can even stand in the middle of CBD and you're just like, okay, what was wrong with me back then? I could stand, you can see some improvement. You can even stand in the middle of CBD without you having the crazy thoughts, the thoughts of feeling like running away, the intense anxiety. So the only way out is through. You not around it, through. So I hope someone out there who is struggling with agoraphobia will get help from this video. Otherwise, make sure to subscribe, make sure to share, this video to people who may need it. Make sure to like, and make sure to subscribe, guys. If you feel like anxiety, if you feel like you don't want to struggle with anxiety anymore, anxiety has affected the quality of your life, anxiety has decreased your general wellness in life, and you just want to let go of the anxiety subject and start living your life, you can message me using this number, WhatsApp me, or email me using this number. I help people overcome anxiety disorders permanently. Now you don't have to figure all this out on your own. You are a person who needs to speed up recovery. You have struggled with anxiety for a long time and you feel like, it has wasted your time and you want to go back to living. Message me using this number, or email me using this number. I will help you. I will hold your hand step by step out of the anxiety cycle, whatever you're struggling with, whether the physical symptoms, whether the emotions, whether the panic attacks, whether the feelings of unreality, any type of anxiety really that you're struggling with. Use that number and that email to message me, and I will help you out of the anxiety cycle. I will hold your hand out of the anxiety cycle as someone who has experienced anxiety and has come out on the other side of fear. So yeah, let's meet on the next video. Bye.